What's up, guys? We are driving. Thought I would do a little bit of a truck talk. Q4. It is now Q4. It has been Q4 for, let's see, 2 months. It's the end of November. It's the day before Thanksgiving. So be thankful. Happy Thanksgiving. If you celebrate Thanksgiving, there we go. If you don't, then you don't. I don't judge people. So anyway, just wanted to talk about Q4 a bit and see how it's going. Ask you guys a couple of questions. How's it going for you? How are you doing in Q4? We're going to be coming up on December, probably just before I post this video. It's going to be very bumpy. We're on some back country roads here. Yeah, it's going to be a little bumpy. So you can deal with it, watch it, don't, I don't know. Decide. What was I talking about? Q4, right? So we are doing pretty well. Could be doing better. I see a lot of people out there. What is it? Steve with Rake and Profit. Lots of people are crushing it, right? You know, $50,000 months, you know, $5,000 days, $100,000 months. That is crazy. Now that's sales, right? So I don't know what that is in actual, you know, if that's thirds, if we're talking 30%, 10%, 5%, some of these OA guys, you know, it's 10% or less, right? Actual profit. And so that sounds awesome and great. I mean, if you're doing 100,000, you know, 10 grand, you know, that's great. 10 grand a month. But is that actually what they're doing? I have no idea. Obviously, you know, you don't get to see somebody's profit. You get to see their sales, and those numbers are not, I don't know. I don't really know about bragging about them, right? Because everyone's margins are different. Everyone has different margins. They have different setups that they like to do for, you know, what's acceptable to them, for them. Am I making any sense? What's acceptable to them, for them, you know, as far as profit-wise. I would not do 10% margins, but that's me. I just wouldn't. I don't. So I'm looking for a double up on whatever I spend, almost always. So like, it depends. It would have to be like a super high seller for me to go less, and the item would have to be cheap enough. I wouldn't spend 50 to make 5, right? That's never going to happen. It's just not worth it to me, right? To have that capital tied up in something to make $5 when I can buy something for $5 and make $5. You see what I'm saying? So that stuff wouldn't make any sense to me. I would never do it. Not 50 to make 5. And so, yeah. Across the street already, geez. Drive. So yeah, so I wouldn't do that. Currently driving to Michigan to visit my mother, and for Thanksgiving. Hope everybody's doing great. Hope everybody's having a good Q4, good holidays. You know, Christmas is coming up, Black Friday, all these things are coming up, and it's gonna be pretty epic, I think, this year, sales-wise. I've stuck to specific categories for this year. Obviously, everyone knows I do a lot of toys, do a lot of other things, right? So I'm trying to stick to these things, and I'm just going to sell out of everything. My goal is to sell out of every single thing I have, right? Because I'm thinking that this brand new year, I'm going to go sort of in a different direction, not totally, but in a different direction as far as like not what I'm sourcing necessarily, but the way that I'm sourcing. And so I'm going to be doing a lot more a lot more of the Walmart side. I'm still going to be doing Amazon, but I'm basically just trying to see if I can sell out of every single thing without purchasing anything else. I haven't bought anything else, and I've been basically just steadfast because there aren't really any deals out there. There are some, but these are the same deals that everyone's getting, and they're all going to try to get them in before Christmas, and they're never going to get there, right? They might. So, but yeah. No, we're going to pause because I got a phone call. We'll be back. And we're back. Still driving. Oh, what are we going to do? What are we talking about? I don't even know what we're talking about. Talking about something. Talking about Q4. Talking about the holidays. Selling out of product. Trying to sell out of product. I know everybody's going to be like, you shouldn't try to sell out. You should always have replans and blah, 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 blah. Everybody's got the answers, right? Everybody's got the answers. Everybody knows how to do everything. Do they really, though? Do they? Do they actually do this full time? I doubt it. They might. They might be better than me. They might know more than I do, right? And that's awesome. But you're not here for that. You're here for this fucking personality, right? Here for this no bullshit, realist of the real deal, Holyfield type shit, I guess. I don't know what you're here for. You're here for something. We'll cut that shit out. Anyway, what do we, let's see. So what are the big bangers you guys are getting? What are the big things that are selling good for you? What category is selling well for you that you've had experience in either this Q4, last Q4, or the Q4 before? I mean, maybe you've been doing it 10, 20 years, who knows? I believe I was saying that I am going to switch up it's sort of how I'm doing things. So let me just tell you how my stuff's kind of set up. Mostly 70%, 60 to 70%, probably closer to 70%. 70% was Amazon, right? So Amazon FBA, MFS, or FBM, whatever you want to say. Or not MFS, sorry, FBM, right? Yeah, MFN, yes, Virtual Fulfillment Network, there we go. This fucking shit is going to be cut out too, I'm an idiot. So 70% of my business goes like this. 70% to Amazon, about 20-ish percent, 25% probably is Walmart, and then I've got about 5% for eBay, and those are like my sales, right? That's what I sell usually. So 70% of my sales are Amazon, 20 to 25% are Walmart, and 5% to eBay. eBay is just, I don't know what everybody's doing on eBay. Everybody's complaining about eBay. It's just not very good, right? Walmart has sucked out so much of it, and every other platform. I mean, you could, like I told you guys before, people don't know that you can sell on Kroger, you can sell on Home Depot, you can sell on Kohl's, you can sell on Target. You could be a third-party seller on these platforms. People don't know this. You think that the only person in the game, the only game in town is Amazon. It's not. Amazon, Poshmark, Mercari, these are small, tiny platforms, and they're fine if you're selling like clothing or handbags or whatever. They're mostly, for women. I mean, let's be honest. Some of these smaller ones are like women type platforms. They just are. I'm sure somebody in the comments is gonna be like, I'm a guy and I buy stuff off Poshmark. I doubt it, right? It just doesn't really happen, I don't think. Demographically, I guarantee if you look up the numbers, it would be significantly low for men to be on these platforms. Not necessarily sellers, but buyers, right? So, I mean, maybe twofold. So, a buyer and a seller. So, eBay is not eBay is not doing very well. Walmart is taking a huge, huge chunk of their stuff. Some people are still doing great on eBay. There's just less stuff, right? eBay they can do a lot of things, but there's less restrictions. That's why every fucktard, no offense to the people that sell on eBay, is on that platform. And that doesn't help you. That doesn't help you as an eBay seller, right? So you as an eBay seller, just because everybody can sell it, there's no vetting. Just anyone. It doesn't even matter. Just anyone. Just any random person can get on there with no experience in reselling at all and sell any garage sale item. Just, they can't. And so that's not helpful to you. So Walmart is a better setup because they are overly cautious of who can sell on their platform. They just are, and it's a lot harder to be approved to sell, which makes it great for people to get in there. The margins are higher. The acceptance is better as far as like what brands you can sell, because they have limited things. They accept a lot of things, and I'm not going to tell you what they accept, certain things, but it would be surprising to you what you can do. Amazon is forever changing and forever a pain in the ass. They have changed a lot of things, and they kind of laxed a bit on their stuff. They went fucking hard on people, a year plus ago. Just booting sellers left and right. Resellers make up about 70% of their total revenue, and they were just booting people. Just booting people, suspending people, booting people. I'm glad they're doing a lot of the drop shipping, but they were hurting a lot of regular sellers too. A lot of this shit about, there's these people that are on there, and you gotta have your paperwork, you need to have all your paperwork and your invoices and your blah blah fucking blahs and all your whatever. And if you've had your proofs of this and paperworks of that, and I mean, this wholesaling is fine. I don't know, wholesaling's fine, but you need your wholesalers, like, all this stuff. These people like act like there's some superior seller out there. You're a fucktard too, right? You could be kicked off like that. They don't give a shit about you. You think because you're a big dog or you're a big wig or you've gone, I got all my paperwork and they can't deny me. No, they can't. They can do anything they want, man. Or Amazon, they can do anything they want. You could be here today, gone tomorrow. They don't give a fuck about you. It's like any other job you're working at. If you think that you are indisposable, you think that you're, you can't be just shit canned tomorrow, you are fucking delusional. You are fucking delusional. And this is a reality. This is a real reality that nobody ever told you, probably, because, I mean, I don't know how old everybody is who watches me. I think my demographics are fairly broad, but you got to understand that this isn't grandpa's work site, job site, and even then, hardworking people are different. It's a different thing out there. So anyway, I'm just talking, go off on fucking tangents all day about the state of the workforce. Anyway, if you think that you are somehow above being suspended, or being suspended on Amazon or kicked off Amazon altogether, you are fucking delusional. Okay? It can happen to anyone. It can happen to anyone, regardless of whether you're following the rules or not. You all, if you've been selling on these platforms, understand how easy it can be to get things confused with Amazon's customer service, with their support, with their support help. They can be confused very quickly and very easily. and they can confuse the fuck out of something and make it seem like something you've done wrong, and then you've got to now back out of a hole of something that you haven't done wrong, that they think that you've done wrong because you said the wrong thing or did the wrong thing. And so these things happen. So these things happen, and you just need to fucking, get with it, right? Sorry, there's a big ass truck trying to turn there. Big. What was I talking about? Talking about the ability to get kicked off these platforms. eBay does it all the time. I mean, what was it? Daily Refinement got kicked off. I mean, there's all kinds of stuff, right? So usually what happens is you're a smaller seller, you start building up gradually, then you blow up, right? And then they're like, whoa, and then you get authenticities, or who knows? You get inauthentic claims, you get counterfeit claims, and anyone can file these, but they've gotten a lot better at this here recently, so that's a good thing. They've gotten a lot better with them. They have definitely cleaned up a lot of the mess that was those, that were those things. There's some more attention being given to resellers. I'm not saying it's perfect. It's never going to be perfect. It's always going to be a shit show. When you're that big, it's impossible. It is an impossibility. People talk about these things like if they ran the company, they would be able to fix these things. They have no fucking idea what it would take. The juggernaut that is Amazon. It would be a shit show regardless, and it's still always going to be a shit show. Trying to minimize that shit show is just knowing how things work, having the knowledge of how those things work, the proper ways. And if you don't know, Seller University, the help guides, all that stuff can help you. And most people don't even look at them. They don't even take the time, right? They just piss and moan about this isn't working. Please, somebody help me. Someone else fix it for me. There's no possible way I can look something up for myself. That's just how we are these days, I guess. Not we. I mean, not me. We, as in others. Not you guys either. You guys are the shit. You guys are great. Perfect. Walmart. So anyway, fucking roundabout way, a long way to I told you all this. I told you all that to tell you this. My plan is to switch that up, kind of on its head a little bit more. Probably more like 60-40 or 60-35, I guess, and 5% still to eBay. I still do a little bit on eBay, not a ton. I'm not, opposed to eBay. I'm not like a hater on eBay, other than the fact that the shit really doesn't sell. My stuff, I sell new stuff, right? So new product. And some new things sell, and some do not. There's a few things that are new that sell on there. I can tell you what they are, but I'm not going to. Maybe if you ask in the comments, I'll tell you. If you ask, welcome to Michigan, here in Michigan, by the way. If you ask in the comments what are some of the better sellers on eBay, I'll tell you some new better sellers on eBay, because I know what some new better sellers are, because I sold a shit ton of these for a crazy reason, and I was surprised. I couldn't keep them in stock. They're selling so fast. So anyway, for a long period of time, more than a year, right? But every time they would go on sale, I'd buy more, and then I would sell them for full price. Hack, scammer. You're taking good people from poor people. That's what it's from. Ridiculous. Anyway. I saying? Yeah. I'm losing my focus here. Losing my focus, Billy. So, Q4. No. So, not Q4. Yes, Q4. So, after Q4, the beginning of this year coming up. So, the beginning of 2024. Dun, dun, dun. I will be transitioning to flip kind of the business on its head, doing more WFS, Walmart Fulfillment Services. I'm going to be doing this because number one is the fees are a lot less, the profit margins are a lot more. They reimburse when you send, they won't always be like this, but currently they are reimbursing you for WFS items. So when you send shipments in, you send them in, it initially costs you X amount of dollars. Once that's checked in, they give you that money back. I sent a huge order last time. It was about $400 in shipping fees. That was a big shipment. About $410, I think it was, in fees, and they reimburse you for that entire amount. So you don't pay those receiving fees, those WFS fees. Same thing as FBA, right? But FBA, Amazon charges you, and they do not reimburse you. So that's a cool thing about Walmart right now, and it's not always going to be that way. As soon as they, be a little bit bigger, they will be coming out with an app. I keep saying this, but they will be coming out with an app soon to compete. They've changed a lot of things. They started doing, now this is Walmart, they started doing payments on demand sort of thing. They're not as easy to do. There's like a threshold for the amounts. I think it might be $300 or more. But you can set it up as like a reoccurring. So every couple of days, once you hit $300, it will just automatically go into your account for basically cash flow is what they're talking about. I'm all about it because currently you have to wait. Before, you would have to wait a month. It was 30 days, okay? 30 days before you got paid. Crazy high. Then after you reach certain metrics, it's every 2 weeks, right? And even that, sometimes, every 2 weeks, I mean, what is this, a regular job? So you would have to wait every 2 weeks, and that could be, a pain in the ass. You're just sitting there waiting for 2 weeks. And then, so it's changed. So you can do kind of payout on demand type things where you can get paid a little sooner. I don't know how often you can take those. It's something very, very recent they just started doing. You also still go through a payment service. So I think it's like Hyperwallet, Payoneer. I think Payoneer? Yeah, Payoneer or something like that. Hyperwallet. There's like another option, I think. One more. I can't remember what it is. But these are the payout services that you have to sign up for. They send your payment to them, and then they in turn send it to you. It's a whole fucking to-do. There are no fees for that, so it's not like they take any money for it. So who cares, right? Walmart eats that money because they don't have a payment set up directly from them, like Amazon does. But they will eventually, and it'll all switch. So then they'll start controlling that as well. So yeah, I think that pretty much covers that. I don't know if anybody has any more questions about that stuff. It's pretty interesting. That no one talks about Walmart. I'm like the only motherfucker out here. I'm like the only dude out here talking about Walmart fulfillment services. Walmart. Start being a reseller on Walmart. Why not? Third-party reseller on Walmart. What are you doing? What are you doing with yourselves? Anyway. Yeah, that's about it. So I'm going to be switching it up. I want to have more inventory with Walmart. and they're starting to clean up their, sorry, they're starting to clean up their, they had some issues, right? So people can return things in the stores, okay? I've had this issue recently where people are just returning quite a bit in the store. And so the issue with that is that they tear the shit up, right? So it goes from the store, the customer drops it off, and you can say anything you want when you return the shit to a Walmart, okay? And so they're starting to clean this stuff up because these fucking customers, taking something to a Walmart, shit's open, box is all fucked up, right? Shit that they wanted out of the box is missing, okay? So they've taken it, rummaged through it, done whatever, opened half the shit, and then they bring it and they go, no longer wanted, right? I no longer want this item. In no world could you do this, right? Fucking use it for a day and then, use the blender or the chopper or whatever the fuck and be like, nope, don't want it anymore, sorry. So they do this. Walmart goes, okay, and then it's instant, right? The refund is instant. It used to be delayed until they actually looked at the items and made sure they were still in, the same condition. But they don't. So now it's instant. So then it goes back to your Walmart fulfillment center, service center, and then they look at it and go, okay, is this resellable? No, it's fucked up. It's been opened. It's whatever. So then they send it back to you. And this takes forever. So the store can hold on to this item until they have enough stuff for a shipment. I think I've talked about this before. Then it goes from them to the Walmart fulfillment service center, right? Your fulfillment place, wherever the one that it came from, that they ordered it from. So it goes to there. Then they have to look it over. Then they have to package it back up, and then they have to, sometimes there's a label on it, Sometimes there's all kinds of crazy shit. And then they have to take the thing and then package it, send it back to you, and by the time you get it, you only have a dispute window for, I believe it is 30, it might be 45 days, right? It might be 45 days, I think is the limit, right? But they do not allow you to dispute it. They say that the dispute window is 45 days, but they don't allow you to have the ability to dispute this item until you technically get the item back, right? So, how the fuck are you supposed to dispute this item? Because sometimes it's a month and a half or longer. I mean, that's 45 days, right? But it could be longer, okay? And I think some of them are like 15, 30 days. It just is a whole shit show. And so by the time you get the stuff back, it could be fucking 2 months. Well outside of the window of disputing this refund. And Walmart's going to eat the refund. But here recently I had a few, and they kept telling me that the return label was not the same return label that the item was returned as, even though I had taken all the pictures, the packing slip, everything else, right? Yeah. And after about the 7th email, I finally talked to someone who didn't keep saying the same thing. Oh, the return label isn't correct, because it's not the fucking same return label as the customer, right? You dipshit. It was returned in store, as you can see, because they show you that information on the seller site. So it was returned in store. So the store then sent it to WFS, and then WFS eventually sent it to me. So of course it's not going to be the same return label, but the packing slip and everything, the item contents, the routing number from WFS to me is correct. Everything is correct. It took forever, 6 or 7 emails. Finally, someone was like, I am so sorry. They are very nice, by the way. They are much nicer. Sincerely apologize for this. I know it's hard, blah, blah, blah. You've been going through this. We went ahead and, refunded this money to you. Perfect. Awesome. Not that that's the outcome that I expected, something, right? I expect something, because this shit is not mine. It's not resellable. I can't resell this item because this customer has jacked this thing up. Don't take those returns. Don't take those returns. stop taking those returns at the store, and they'll get hip to it, right? They will. Just like they, get hip to a lot of things. They will eventually. So, yeah, that's what's happening. I think that Amazon is still the big dog, right? But I want to make a transition sooner rather than later to Walmart. Kind of be grandfathered into a lot of these things. A lot of the big brands you can sell through the same vetting process that Amazon does, and it might not always be that way. So I want to make sure that I have that ability and sell as much as I can, while I can, those big brands on Walmart, and the margins are higher, right? Certain items, the margins are higher, and that's what I'm about. That's what you should be about too. Get them margins, son. It says the left lane merges ahead. The right lane actually merges. That's a weird sign, man. It says the left lane merges and the right lane actually merges. It's odd. It's odd. What am I talking about, right? It's getting dark. It's getting dark. So, yeah. Sleep well, huh? What else am I talking about? Anything? I have nothing else to talk about, I don't think. Maybe. Talked about the holidays, talked about Q4, talked about what we are doing, what I am doing for this holiday, and for Q4, what I'm selling, what I'm trying to do. I'm trying to sell the fuck out of everything. I'm trying to sell out. I want to sell out, start fresh. Sell out, start fresh. Brand new inventory, brand new, everything. I want to capitalize on this Q4 with cash flow, and I want to come out in the new year having sold everything. That is my goal. And we'll see if I actually can do that, huh? I guarantee I won't be able to sell everything. There's no way. But I should be able to sell the majority, 90% maybe, 90% of everything. And then let's start anew. I'm hoping that just some new shit comes out. It's just, the same old toys, the same old song and dance, the same old electronics, the same old kitchen stuff, the same old stuff. Update on some other resellers. I haven't seen the Flippin' Accountant in so long. I don't think he's posted for over a year. It's crazy. I like Justin. He used to do a bunch of Legos. He was awesome. I loved his videos. His videos were great. He's like a CPA or something, tax attorney. I don't know if he's an attorney. He might be a tax guy. I think he's a CPA. That would make sense, the flipping account. And so that dude, let's see. Let's go down the list of who's still in the game. It doesn't look like Reese's been putting out stuff, but it's not the same kind of stuff. I don't know if necessarily he's mostly just doing his skateboarding stuff, his skateboarding business. He's got a business that he's doing that he's much happier doing, I believe. Decks for skateboards, designs and all that good stuff. Richie Hustles is not doing anything anymore. I think he just posted something with he's quitting for real. This is like, yeah, he's been like teasing this for forever. And he was going to do IRLs there for a bit. I don't know if he's still doing the Boss podcast. I was fairly excited about that. And possibly be a person to spitball on that. I don't know about being interviewed, but at least do something, talk on the phone, something. He doesn't like the Zoom stuff. I just think he's burnt out, right? Definitely burnt out. He says he's bored, burnt out, bored, same shit. He's been doing it for a while. I believe quite a few years, especially during the pandemic. He kind of blew up, and the market's changed quite a bit from what it was to what it is now. It's definitely not as easy, and a lot of people are falling off. So, falling off for whatever reason. This is not like a dig. Falling off for whatever reason, whether it's they just fucking lose interest, or they don't want to do it anymore, or they can't do it anymore. It's not worth it. So, who else? Let's see. I'm specifically talking about resellers that do YouTube content, YouTube resellers that do Amazon content. A lot of these other ones do eBay content. There's a lot of grassrootsy type YouTubers doing the eBay stuff. I mean, eBay's been around a long time, and it's accessible to everyone, kind of thing. Like you don't need anything to like start selling on eBay, right? There's not really. I mean, there's standards, of course, if you want to be a better business and be good and all that stuff, but there's not very many standards. Let's be honest. I mean, anybody that sells on eBay knows that you fucking get your shipment in a Ziploc bag with some tape and some fucking notebook paper with an address on it, right? So I mean, that's like back in the old days. It's cool. People were fucking stupid back in the day. So yeah, I don't know. I don't know what I was talking about again. See, I'm driving, and so you get distracted by shit on the road, and then you lose your train of thought. So yeah, other resellers. So yeah, the flipping account, he's gone. Reezy's sort of still around. Richie Hustles is again still doing. He's doing like other stuff. He's not doing this stuff anymore. He doesn't really want to do it. He said he doesn't want to do it. It's not a dig. Like I said, it's just truth, facts. Right? Which is a shame. I mean, a lot of people learn from him. It's a shame that he's not doing it. But fucking people do other things, right? You can't do the same shit forever. So it's not, people are like some kind of like diehard, like they feel like they're entitled to some kind of loyalty from us YouTubers. I don't know. I don't know if I'd say us, because I'm not really good at this. I'm definitely not as big as he is. I mean, we've got a little over 300 subscribers, so that's not 70 or 80 or 90,000 I think he has now. I don't know what percentage of those people are actually interacting with it. I would say probably less than 10%, which is on most channels. Same thing with Reezy, same thing with others. Less than 10%. So, which is still, a significant amount of people. It's probably even less than that. A lot less than 10%. Anyway, enough of that fucking shit. People want to have their hand out quite often, and they want to be given the answers, given all the information. And sometimes that's good, sometimes that's bad. Sometimes you just have to do shit. You just have to do it, right? You just have to do it. And so that's all. Like, if you can't do it, then you don't know what you're doing. Yeah. You have to learn. Everybody's learning. I don't have fucking any idea what the fuck I'm talking about right now. I'm just rambling on like a dumb shit. Been talking for 35 minutes straight about nothing. We are gonna karate chop this up. Boom. Karate chop. I should do it like a thing, like a I don't know, some kind of like punch sound effect. Hilarious. We're gonna chop it. You gotta get like a Salt Bay thing. You know what I mean? Like some, you know, Salt Bay. Uncle Roger's got some of his stuff. You know what I mean? We gotta get some of these funny little things that stick with us. What was I saying? Some of these funny little things. Anything else? Anything else? Drop something in the comments. You guys need to start liking some of my stuff. Drop it in the comments. We were getting close to being able to have a members, like I said, members only. And so I don't know if we'll start doing members only. I have no idea. I don't really know what that entails. I'd have to look at it. But I believe that you guys can get some extra content, which would be kind of cool, right? So I can put some of these things in extra content. You can ask questions and do shit like that. I don't know. I did the Discord. I'm not really big into the Discord. I think it'd be a nice community for you guys in the Discord, but as far as like me, I don't know. Who needs another fucking app or another thing to like talk to other people on, right? I think YouTube's sufficient. We can just do it in the comments. But I do like, no, scratch that. So I do like, this is bouncy as shit. So I do like the ability to do some private messages where I can like talk to people kind of just without other people knowing. Not necessarily without other people knowing, but like other people knowing their business, right? So they're asking me a question about, hey, what does this product look like? What do you think about this product? Here's the ASIN. Would you buy this? Would you purchase this with this? Blah, 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 right? And that's good because you don't want everybody knowing your business. You don't want people knowing your store. You don't want people knowing the products that you are purchasing. If it's a good product, then you're going to have people, you know, coming out there trying to get it. And you don't want that. So they'll steal your shit, man. They'll steal your stuff. Some nice houses out here in this country. On this country roads. Yeah. Nice. Anyway. Anything else? Anyone? Bueller. Dirt roads out here. Shit. Dirt roads. Gravel. I mean, they are dirt roads too, but dirt ain't gonna stick around out here too hard, too long. It's mostly gravel. The gravel roads, son. Alright. So, anything else? We've got most of that stuff hit up. I mean, there's nothing really that I need to say other than the Discords, right? So I like the Discord for that reason. I prefer long form. That's why okay, so this is the reason why you guys haven't seen me in store recently. I can do some store stuff, but I'm not going to be purchasing anything. I'm not trying to like be like one of these people that, you know, says, oh yeah, blah blah blah, and then I'm not purchasing the items that I'm actually saying that I'm gonna get or I would get. So that's why I kind of haven't done that. I don't want to give anybody the illusion that I'm like fake buying these things, because I'm really buying these items that I show in the videos. So real sourcing, real true sourcing videos. That's what the fuck I'm about. Okay, not about going to just shop and look at shit and then show you some prices. But I can do that to show you some more options since I haven't been doing this. And I think I might start doing that in December, because obviously my views and my what is it? You know, the interactions, my analytics and my interactions with you guys has been not very well, right? Because I haven't been putting a bunch of stuff out. The amount of content that I've been putting out is not as much as it normally was, and so I'm not getting as much feedback or likes, comments, all that good stuff. If anybody feels like also, if anybody's got TikTok, which I'm sure most of you might, if you have TikTok, go look at our TikTok thing. Go into any of the descriptions of our channel, and you can see TikTok, Instagram, like us. I don't know if that's the right word, like us. Follow us, subscribe. It's something like that, man. All right. Support this channel. Support this channel so we can grow, so I can send you more things. I will be absolutely honest about things. I do not care about this. This is not the only business venture that I've ever gotten into, so don't think that I'm like scared to show you anything. Certain things I won't show you, but for the most part, I will show you whatever, because it doesn't really matter to me. I want you to succeed. I want you to do well, and like I told you before, most of you motherfuckers are gonna make it anyway. So sorry for all the cussing, but most of you motherfuckers are gonna make it anyway. So it don't really matter. All right, I'm out of here. 40 minutes of talking. Support the channel. All right. And what do I say? Support the channel. That's not what I say. All right. Support the channel. Now. Catch you on the next one. Boy. No, that's not right. I'll catch you in the editing. Bye. This thing's got a wicked pull to the right. What's up, guys? We are driving again, doing some more truck talking, possibly. I believe today, the holidays like all mashed together, man. So this is, what is it, the day after Thanksgiving? 2 days after Thanksgiving? Saturday. So yeah. So it might be a little bouncy. I don't know if I can fix that, possibly. I should leave it bouncy. No, it's like a wobble back and forth. It's wobbly. It's like crazy wobbly. I don't think this is gonna be right. It's different than just normal wobbly. It's like being all weird wobbly. I think it's the phone. I think it's just the phone, the way the phone's. There we go. There we go. All right, so that was fun, right? Maybe not. Maybe it wasn't the phone. It was like lopsided in the thing. I don't know, man. Anyway, what could we talk about? Sales, day after Thanksgiving, Black Friday. Good, bad, up, down. What? Are we gonna do like a gladiator style on that? Tell me what yours are. We are heading to Meijer right now. We've got a couple of packages that we're gonna drop off, and we're gonna go to Meijer, check out and see what they might have left on clearance, if anything. Meijer's kind of like a little hidden gem I like to go to. What else are we doing? Picking up some packages, right? We're picking up some packages, dropping some packages off. Doing a few MFN things that are last minute that we couldn't get into some shipments that we already had weeks and weeks ago sent in. We acquired a few things here and there, so we just MFN, FBM, merchant fulfill them. As long as the margins are there, which they should be. If you're doing FBA, sometimes it's better, right? But certain things, MFN's just fine. And the margins are there, so just do it, right? Some people think it's scary. It's not really that scary. It's not really that difficult. It's not really that hard. You can easily do it. I believe in you. They've got Christmas music playing on the radio. The weather's starting to turn a little bit bitter. It's been bitter-ish, at least at night. Didn't know you came here for the Weather Channel, did you? Well, you did. So that's what you came here for. Update on all things weather-related. Hopefully everyone had a happy Thanksgiving. If you celebrate Thanksgiving, then hopefully you had a great one with your family and friends. Mine was good. Hopefully everybody's got all their stuff already checked in. It's kind of a hit and miss. It's weird time. Let's take this down. It's kind of a weird time for Amazon. Sometimes the stuff is coming in, shipments are getting checked in like that. I personally have been finding a lot of warehouse reimbursements here lately. Busting my shit up, smashing it. So, I mean, I still get paid. I don't really care, I guess. But I kind of care. There could be a potential, for a few more dollars in some of these items, but for the most part, whatever. And then sometime in the summer they might find it. I don't know, they replace it with some other. It's kind of a shady deal sometimes how they do it. They damage it at the warehouse, then magically reimburse you for the quantity, and then take away the money from you. It's a whole thing. But you should really think about getting some software to help out with those things, especially if you have, let's say you have more than, I don't know, maybe more than 100 items, I'd probably say. So like, not individual ASINs, well, maybe, 100 individual ASINs, I would say. Then you should get one of these things. I'm not a big into repricers. I don't really prefer repricers. I prefer to reprice myself. None that I found, because here's the problem with repricers, right? Everyone has a repricer, and so you're just fighting against a repricer, which is just asinine. It just goes back and forth of you dropping a penny, they drop a penny, they drop a penny, you drop a penny. It's just a fucking nightmare. And it's constantly that way. And you can set parameters and you can set things, and it's just a whole fucking to do that I don't really think you need to do. You can spend, 40 minutes a day or whatever it is, if you have a big, big enough pool of inventory, and just reprice, right? And you might make a few more sales. I mean, I guess if the goal is to make sales and not make profit, sure, repricers are great, right? And a lot of these places, people on YouTube talk about, you'll get more sales and you'll get more sales and generate more sales. Generating more sales isn't always generating more profit. So the illusion is that you're just somehow going to make more money. With a repricer, you're not, and so that's not accurate. And so, cop coming at me here, sheriff. So yeah, that's not accurate. And so, another one. And so, we'll just simmer down. They ain't coming after me, man. They're coming towards me. So, there you go. I don't know what the other one was. Blowing past. So, repricers. You're just in competition with a bunch of other repricers. And so, like I said, you can set your maximums, your minimums and maximums. Here's a third. Fire, boys. Right, so you can set your minimums and maximums, and you can set your repricer rules, and that's great, and some people use them to great benefit. My issue with them has always been the limitations of the repricer. I don't know, maybe somebody out there can tell me why a repricer is better, what repricers they use, and do it that way. Maybe I'll learn something. I don't know. But as it stands now, I've tried them. I've used them temporarily. I've fiddled with your dinghy. Tommy Boy reference. So I've messed around, played around with them. They, multiple different ones and more than one from different platforms, because there are ones that are only specific to certain ones. Walmart has its own repricer, basically the same setup, very limited rules that can be set. I don't like it, so I don't use it. Same thing with Amazon has its own, right? So you can set your own with Amazon. I would never trust Amazon to do that, ever. When I first started, I dabbled in the maximum minimum game there for a while, and what happens with that is you get competitive price, emails and alerts about how your item is priced too high. It's not priced competitively. Well, that is only in the mind of someone who is what anyone thinks it's worth. It's not up to you to determine the market price, the market value. It's up to consumers. And consumers, regardless of whatever you think, set the market value. They set the price. And that's fact. Whatever someone is willing to pay for something is how that works. And that is capitalism. I mean, that's what it is. So whatever you're willing to pay for it is what it could be set at. And if you're not willing to pay for that amount for it, whoever is manufacturing that item or selling that item will eventually bring that down if it doesn't sell. And that's just how that works. And then it evens out, and then it just sits where it needs to sit. And that is the market value, right? That is how that works. Anyway. So repricers, I don't prefer, but you can get, you want something that recoups your money. I'm not going to promote any of them here, but Refunds Manager, that's what I use. I use Refunds Manager for Amazon, because they do a good job of, Amazon's done a lot better. They used to have real serious issues, serious issues with catching inventory missed, inventory lost, damaged items, refunds. But here, as of late, they've definitely got on par. I don't know about got on par, but they've stepped up their game. I don't know if there's just less resellers. I believe that that's the case, and they also realized they kind of made a blunder by going real heavy into booting a lot of resellers. I think it hurt their overalls. But anyway, not like they're losing money. It's not going to happen. Refunds Manager. So Refunds Manager will, and I'm not affiliated or promoting them in any way really, they just hook up to your store and they check all your inventory through Amazon and make sure that you aren't getting screwed out of reimbursements. Any small amount of money, fees, issues with fees, so small amounts of money that you don't even pay attention to, that Amazon definitely pays attention to. 40 cents here, they charge you too much for this weight, they charge you too much for this package, they charge you too much for this shipping, pick and pack fees, just all the small incremental fees that you pay to Amazon. Refunds Manager looks at, and they will look at all these different fees across all your sales and your inventory, the things that go in and out of FBA, your lost inventory. It will say, hey, you lost this item, you damaged it, account for this item because this item was sent from from you, right? So they're like a constant checker of your stuff in the background to make sure that you're not losing potential money, fees, or inventory. So I've used them for years. Not affiliated, again, not a promotion. I'm sure that I could get one if I asked them, but yeah, there's no coupons or anything. It's not expensive. So anyway, that's that Refunds Manager. All right. That's one of the ones I use. I use a program to cross list called Joe Lister. That's the program I use. There's like Mirror something, Image Mirror or something. I use a program called, I don't know, the program software, whatever you want to call it, called Joe Lister, which does my cross listing from my Amazon to my eBay store. Some people might say that that's stupid or whatever. There's a ton of options on that, which I really enjoy. It allows me to set percentages above or below my Amazon stuff, also my Amazon pricing. Also, the great thing about that is that Amazon allows you to use the MFN, right? Merchant Fulfilled Network, which in turn allows you to cross your orders from Amazon and eBay. So your eBay orders can in fact be linked to your Amazon. Your eBay stuff can be linked to your Amazon stuff. So if you get an order, you don't have to touch it from eBay. So it's like the same thing as having FBA. They're a little bit higher fees. Now you can find out what those are. It depends on your metrics, and it depends on your pricing, and it depends on your promotions through eBay and all that stuff. You want it to be profitable, obviously. You don't want it to be less. I think that it's good for certain things. Low ticket items I wouldn't do, but larger ticket items I might do, right? So the stuff's already at the stuff, and this also works with Shopify, which is another great thing. So you can cross these with Shopify. If anybody wants to know, I can go in more detail. Anyway, I'm not going to keep going. I have reached my destination of the Meyer, and we're going to go drop these packages off, and we are going to pick up some packages, and maybe I'll do something when we get back in the truck. All right, bye. What's up, guys? We got our packages. Nothing in there to look at. Yeah, we're gonna be hitting it pretty good here soon. These deals are gonna be not the greatest, obviously. The Black Friday deals. You can get some, obviously. They're pretty decent here and there, but probably not as good as right after, right? And the weeks after Christmas. Sometimes, after the first of the year, sometimes before, if they're trying to get rid of everything. It just depends. So yeah, so we are going to be partaking in a few things in that. We're not going to be purchasing, like I told you, probably not heavy anyway. We're looking to liquidate, and then come probably the 10th, 15th of January, once all the stuff has died down for the new year, we are going to go nuts, right? And that is the idea. We are going to be picking up a lot of things. I might not be able to show you a lot of it because I might not be able to give you everything, right? But it'll be fun. We'll still make it fun, entertaining, and there's not that many of you watching. So I mean, the people that are watching are going to be in for a treat. Maybe, you don't know. I don't know. No one knows. It's all speculation. All speculation. We assume it's going to be good. I assume it's going to be good. I think that people are going to be doing great things. Great things this year. New Year's resolutions. People are going to change up. Yeah, I mean, if you're making money, you're making money, right? Like I said, I'm changing my style a little bit. I'm gonna focus pretty heavy on some YouTube stuff also, the content. Kind of slowed down, obviously, the views and things like that, because we haven't been pushing it super hard like I was before, prior to just hopping on. And we're going to be doing that again, obviously. Getting close, like I said, a couple hundred more subscribers, and we'll be able to do like members only and things like that, which will be fun, I think. What that members only thing will look like. It's going to be some stuff I'm going to jot down. I think it's going to be a lot of this kind of stuff, truck talks, lives, because why should other people get, that aren't members, get the good snippets, the good takes, the good fun stuff, and the knowledge. So I'm actually going up to a Kroger here to do a pickup. So we'll talk after. All right, bye. This thing's got a wicked pull to the right.